The Arizona Diamondbacks win their third series in a row, and they do it with the long ball. You know, chicks dig the long ball. We all dig the long ball. We're going to talk about the Diamondbacks going yard 4 times and Corbin Carroll extending that on-base streak to 18 games on the other side of this opening. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome into another edition of the PHNX Diamondbacks podcast. My name is Derek Montia, occasionally a man who might be here physically, but mentally, I'm already down $500 at the roulette table. That's right. That voice you hear is the one and only Shane Diefenbach. Give him a bark there, Shane. There it is. There it is. We're having fun because the Diamondbacks win their third consecutive series in a row, and we're very excited to be here to talk about it. Let's go. Diamondbacks winning games. You know we have to in this NL West. It really doesn't matter. So this Diamondback show, though, of course, is brought to you by Bet365 and Game Time. Go use that code of PHNX365 when you sign up at Bet365 as a new customer. And over at Game Time, use that code of PHNX. Get $20 off your first purchase. Go watch the Diamondbacks when they come back in town because holy crap, this team is a lot of fun right now. Diamondbacks win this one by a score of 6-2. They improved to 11-7 on the season. They had 4 home runs tonight. 3 of them were solo shots. And again, like I said, it's their third consecutive series win. They go for the old S word tomorrow. I don't want to say it. I don't want to bring it up, but I will make sure that the fine folks at Circa bring me a broom just in case I need it when we're doing that show.
You got to especially be careful in Miami, too, because it's an afternoon game.
Yeah.
You're in Miami.
Yeah.
You're probably going to do something tonight.
You got to do
Team
something
dinner.
tonight. You won your third consecutive series in a row. I give them all full permission to do something tonight.
They're just at club space at 6 in the morning.
Our boys are so wholesome. I realized that this was a wholesome squad when Jake McCarthy looked me right in my face and said that was the first time he had ever been to Las Vegas on their road trip to play the A's during spring training. So I don't know. These guys, they're locked in on baseball. And of course, the offense is incredible. Corbin Carroll extends his hitting streak to 9 games. His on-base streak now to 18 games, and his actual on-base streak dating back to last season to a career high 24 straight games for Corbin Carroll. But the Diamondbacks were the backs tonight. That's the big story. Again, the Diamondbacks hit 4 home runs tonight. Didn't look like it was going to be the case there early on against this Miami Marlins team, to be honest. Diamondbacks went out there in the first inning, and they had their struggles against Max. Is it Max Meyer? Max Meyer. But Max Meyer throws only a fastball and only a slider. And even though he throws both of those pitches very well, it didn't take long for the Diamondbacks to start to do damage against him. But again, he had himself a good night against Diamondbacks. He wasn't really the big problem. The Diamondbacks just kept adding on, and they didn't really let up. Josh Naylor hit a solo home run to lead off the second inning. That was kind of assisted by Marlins center fielder Derek Hill. And that's Derek spelled the same way I spell it. So, I mean, this one hurts all Dereks. All of us Dereks are feeling the pain on this one. The ball went 398 feet and kind of booped off of Hill's glove over the fence, I would say. I think booping is probably the correct terminology for that, Shane.
Scientifically,
yeah,
correct.
It scientifically booped over the fence. But now Josh Naylor, don't let Naylor get hot. Don't you dare let Josh Naylor get hot. He has homered in back-to-back games. This was, of course, the first time that he's homered in back-to-back games since around this time, the same time last year, April 19th and the 20th of 2024. When he was with the Guardians, he had back-to-back home run games against the Athletics. But just the 6th occurrence in his career of back-to-back games. Naylor was 1 for 3 tonight with a home run and a walk. He also made an incredible defensive play there in the 9th inning. I hope you guys got a chance to see that. Just goes to show that Naylor really is improving defensively. I think he feels more comfortable. And again, he's flashing the leather there too. Again, 1 for 3 tonight with that home run and the walk. His numbers this season right now, he's hitting 328 with a 403 on base percentage and a 955 OPS. So Naylor has been excellent offensively for this team, and now the power is starting to come with the back-to-back jacks in consecutive games. So really feels like we're going to get to see a lot of power out of their Josh Naylor here soon. Speaking of power, Pavin Smith showed off his Pavin power. The Red Menace struck again. He had his second home run of the season there to lead off the 6th inning. It was a solo shot that went 429 feet. Pavin Smith currently hitting 386 with a 1.119 OPS this season. Not bad, right? Not bad. But speaking of feeling the power, you got to feel the Tawa. Feel the power of positivity. Feel the Tawa of positivity. The old so-and-so, Tim Tawa, with his first career big league home run. Someone on the comment yesterday told me not to shout into the microphone like that, and it wasn't a good auditory experience. So I apologize. What's that?
Who cares?
Okay, well, that's good because I'm going to scream a lot.
I'm kidding.
It's
wait, do that again.
I'm Hispanic, so I yell really loud.
You're good.
Feel the Tawa.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the first
totally
career home run for Tim Tawa. 414 feet. 105.3 miles per hour exit velo. Great for Timmy. And honestly, I know that, this situation with Ketel Marte being out isn't the best. It's not ideal, but Tawa's really been impressive. It's not been super consistent, but defensively, offensively, I feel like he's been a much better fit than Garrett Hampson. And of course, we got to give him the Sanderson Ford deep drive of the game for getting his first big league home run. Timmy Tawa, congratulations to you. You get that deep drive of the game. 400, like I said, 414 feet. Not as deep at Pavin Smith's 429-foot home run, but I don't care. I'm giving it to Tim anyway. That's what we're doing. But okay. We also got Lourdes clicking in here. He's adding to the home run total distance. He had himself there an 8-pitch battle with reliever Tyler Phillips that, you can only throw a pitch so many times in the same area. Am I right? We got to look here at this was the pitch by pitch exchange here during his at bat. And as you can see here, Tyler Phillips did not relent on where he was going to put that pitch. And eventually Lourdes figured it out. This was Lourdes' third home run of the year. And again, Lourdes not been having a great season, but it's great to see him get a home run. It's great to see him really, really get a hold of this one. And again, same thing with, Suarez. Suarez gets a double in this one. It's still not where you'd like to see either one of these guys, but it's great to see them contributing, considering their struggles so far this season. But back to Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll very much has been very good at baseball. He extends his on-base streak to 18 games, like I said earlier. His RBI single in the 5th inning extended that streak. Just wrap your mind around it. We talk about streaks, we talk about things, we talk about this team being inconsistent, having their offense has been good this year, but they've been inconsistent. Corbin Carroll has gotten on base all 18 games. Every single game this season, Corbin Carroll has found a way to get on base. And that's just something that's really impressive. They broke down today. If you haven't had a chance to see it, I think there's a clip on the MLB Network's website, but they did an excellent job, a very thorough job of breaking down the changes that Corbin Carroll has made to his swing and how those changes have translated over to success in ways that I could never show you because I don't have access to showing you that footage without getting DMCA'd. And also, I very much couldn't do as good of a job breaking it down as they did, but make sure to check that out. Obviously, the changes to Carroll's swing, have been drastic, considering that we've seen the footage, the side-by-side footage of what his stance looks like this year versus last year. It's just, again, one of those things that when you think back to Corbin Carroll's success in 2023 and the second half success in 2024, imagine how dangerous he can be with a new stance that improves a lot of the, mistakes that he had in his swing and his approach and his stance. It feels very much like he is going to have himself continue to have himself a big year. He's right now trending in a direction to very much be the player of the month for April, and I can't really imagine anybody possibly deserving it more. So yeah, that's really what's going on. Lawrence Harmon says, Snakes Territory podcast live right now. You guys can't be competing. I will text both of them right now and scream at them for you. Very much. I will scream at them for you. Don't worry.
Here's what we can do. We can make a coordinated effort where we both stop talking. So if you're watching both right now, let's both stop talking for a second. Good point, Jesse.
All right, that's great. Yeah, no,
And
Jack's
now
so smart.
They have to tell. Now they have to stop.
There we go. Now you guys got to stop.
Yeah, tell them to stop.
Stop. Knock it off. It's our turn to talk.
Yeah, and so now they
I want to very much talk about Carroll's numbers. Has a 333 batting average this season, a 415 on base percentage, and a 1.123 OPS. Again, very much trending in the direction of being the player of the month for Major League Baseball. But very funny thing happened there in the ninth inning that made me and Shane chuckle a bit. Randall Grichuk got a chance there with 2 outs to potentially have an at-bat, a pinch hit at-bat. But what stood between him and his pinch hit at-bat was one Geraldo Perdomo, who still had to bat. So the broadcast kind of brought it up, but it would appear that Grichuk kind of called Perdomo back and told him to get on base. And it was that easy, I guess. That's all he needed to do.
Yeah, that was great.
Jerry P just goes up there, hits a bunt single, and gets on base so that Grichuk can have his at-bat, in which he squandered away and hit a fly out, but we're not going to blame him for that. Jack J in the comments says, Bob and Bert totally jinxed Pfaadt on his first home run, midseason form already. It's what we do. It's what the broadcasters do. It's what I do on our dumb Twitter account. We are here to jinx this team. That's what we want to do. That's our main effort. Now, I can't say anything on the Twitter account without people feeling like I'm jinxing this team, and I feel like it's basically a lose-lose situation for me. But you know who doesn't lose? The Diamondbacks don't seem to lose. And yeah, of course, the NL West situation still isn't great. But, you know, a lot of people right now are talking about what we've already been talking about, which is how competitive this division is, and like how rare it is to have 4 of the best teams, best records in baseball currently to all be in one division. Sure, that's not going to, you know, be the case for the entire season, but I think this Diamondbacks team is at least as good as people thought they were going to be, or better. And then there's some surprises, again, with the Padres, considering their losses as far as personnel and, you know, their lack of really adding much to that team being as good as they are. The Giants have really come into their own. So, again, this is one of those situations for the Diamondbacks where they have to be good. They have to continue to win. They have to keep their foot on the pedal, which means that Torey Lovullo has to put out a good lineup tomorrow. So we'll see if that happens. I'm doubtful because the S word is involved. I have a feeling he'll probably figure out a way to have Tim Tawa and Garrett Hampson both playing in the game. And that is no discredit to Tim Tawa. I'll leave it at that. But right now, Lawrence, our guy in the chat, I wanted to thank him. I saw his message, and I also saw his message yesterday on our show where he said he also signed up for our Die Hard membership. So I love it. He says, so I finally joined Die Hard. Now what? That's it. You're just a better person now because you joined a Die Hard. No, you get a free t-shirt coming. You get so much more. Don't worry. We'll have access to special shows that only you diehards get. And of course, you should be like Lawrence. You should be like Candace. Join us. Of course, I'm not going to get as mushy as I did yesterday, but I very much want to. It's the perfect time, right in time for the NFL Draft Day special from our guys at the PHNX Cardinals show. Of course, if you are going to join them at Gila River Resorts and Casinos at Wild Horse Pass for their Draft Day show, and you haven't bought a ticket yet, get your Die Hard membership right now for $36. You will get 20% off that ticket for the Die Hard or for the draft party. You also get so much more, right? You get that free t-shirt. We have a Die Hard only draft guide right now. We have access to our Diehards Only Discord lounge, which is where you'll meet all of your new best friends. So if you are a new diehard and you haven't joined the Discord lounge, do so now. They're insane people in there, and I love each and every one of them. But again, this sale is one of the best sales that we have. If you've ever considered buying one of our t-shirts, by the way, are incredible. Shane, would you show off some of our brand new, beautiful PHNX Diamondbacks t-shirts that we have this season? Here we go. We got our Ghost Snakes design. We have our old school S that I used to draw
And
on
you're
literally
saying
everything I own.
we can get one of these for free?
You can get one of these for free if you
Can I?
haven't already. Have you signed up for a Die Hard membership yet?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you can't, but they can. They can,
Well, I can
and
get
it's
one
only
next year.
$36. You can
Because
next
you can
year.
get one every single year you're a diehard. You get a free T-shirt or a hat from the locker.
I completely left Steven Bananas out of this conversation. Steven Bananas also got our Die Hard membership. Let's go. I want all of these shirts, so I'm just going to continue to be a Die Hard, I guess. But most importantly, I need the JJ shirt there, number 3 from the right. That's the best shirt of all of those by far. By the way, I was very particular about that drawing of JJ. I just want to let people know that. I just want to let people know how many revisions there needed to be, how dissatisfied I was at times. I felt like our artist Eric didn't really capture JJ's essence, like his true internal glow, like his I don't know how to express it. Just being around him brings me joy, and it wasn't being captured in t-shirt form, but Eric eventually did a wonderful job. So make sure you sign up for that Die Hard membership. Get yourself a free t-shirt. Join us for all this stuff. And Steven Bananas, I am so sorry. Candace is asking me why I hate Steven. Steven, I love you. Thank you for joining us. And if you haven't joined, again, it's a great time to do so. Be like Steven. Send me great clips on, Instagram, and then also sign up for the deal. You sign, it's the best time to sign up. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. Like, yeah, there's other times. Yeah, maybe during Christmas and other things there was good sales. This one's the best time. Treat yourself. Maybe that t-shirt at times is for other people, but I will tell you, this one's for you. So get that now, and of course, become part of our family. On the other side of this break, we are going to talk about the pitching, including Brandon Pfaadt's incredible day on the mound, and how he came just one out of continuing a very fun streak that we should have maybe still continued. But don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching the PHNX Diamondbacks show. Well, if you are looking for increased strength, energy, and endurance, look no further than Timeline. Timeline is a health and longevity supplements company, and they have their proprietary Midopure ingredient. I got that wrong. Right the first time, wrong the second time. Midopure works with cells in your body to help reverse age-related decline. And if there is anybody that can tell you about age-related decline, it's this guy right here. If you go look at episodes of this show, I look like I was 15 years younger in our first 5 episodes. This process has drained me of my life force, but thanks to Timeline, I can get it back. Of course, make sure to check out what their supplements can do for you. They can help you, that works with your cells to help give you more energy, feel stronger during workouts, and preserve health and mobility as you start to age. With regular use, you'll see the difference in the form of improved energy levels, again, faster recovery, better workouts, and more endurance. So check out all that they have to offer over their website. Right now, Timeline is giving you 10% off your order of Midopure. Just go to timeline.com/PHNX today to get started. That's timeline.com/PHNX. Our code at checkout is PHNX. And I know some of you have noticed this beautiful, wonderful hat that I've been wearing here on the show the last 2 days, but the Dbacks are hosting Golf Night on Monday, May 5th versus the New York Mets. And you can purchase a special event ticket package through the special link and receive a game ticket with a limited edition Dbacks rope hat courtesy of Brandon Bills. And this rope should be on every Dbacks hat that Brandon Bills make because it's amazing. It's the Diamondbacks colors. It's the best part of this hat. This logo is incredible. The way that Brandon Bills elevates any brand with their headwear is incredible. And of course, you can get your brand to be elevated by Brandon Bills. If you're looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd, Brandon Bills has you covered with the best custom headwear. Start your order and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel you need. We had a chance to take a tour of their facility and see all of these wonderful hats and all of the wonderful companies they've worked with. So make sure to check them out again. Located right here in Mesa, Arizona. You can head to brandonbills.com and use code PHNX for 20% off your first checkout. All right. Well, Brandon Pfaadt had himself a night. Brandon Pfaadt was incredible once again for this team. He continues to be very, very good. He lowered his ERA this season down to 3.04. And honestly, he just had everything working for him, especially his changeup tonight. I think we have the pitch chart here of Brandon Pfaadt's changeup. He was throwing his sweeper low in the zone, and his changeup was working really well here. Fastball kept it up, out of the zone, kept it away from batters, as you can see. Only threw a couple there in the middle. But he was pretty sharp tonight. You could tell he was throwing the baseball exactly where he wanted to. It felt like the only guy he couldn't stop was Marlins leadoff hitter Xavier Edwards, who was 2 for 2 with him, and Brandon also hit him with a pitch. And his only real blemish was giving up a leadoff homer to Matt Mervis in the 4th inning. And that resulted in the 1 run that he allowed tonight. But outside of that solo homer, Pfaadt pretty much cruised through the majority of this outing. He had 11 whiffs tonight. 5 of them were on his changeup. And then Shane, with 2 outs and 1 on and a pitch count of 92, Torey Lovullo comes out and he pulls Brandon Pfaadt 1 out short of a quality start for Brandon Pfaadt, and 1 out short of the Diamondbacks' 7th quality start in a row.
He's so nasty, and he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Nasty guy, Torey.
He hates us. He hates us being happy.
Derek, I think he specifically hates you.
Well, no, that's definitely not true. That's not true. He loves me.
No, I think he specifically hates. He's doing it in spite of you.
He wants to ruin the things that I put in the rundown. Yes. Because I'd already written that in the rundown.
I think he has access to our rundowns.
I think so. We need to do a security check on who we have given out our links to on our rundown. But Brandon Pfaadt was marvelous. He continues to be marvelous for this team, and he is our king snake for tonight's game, despite the fact that he came 1 out short of that quality start.
He has to stop making that face, though.
No, he will never stop making that face.
It's in every picture.
It's every photo.
It's insane.
It's not even like I don't know. It's definitely like an iconic face now.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's the thing is that when you just have to be good enough that your face then becomes a thing that people are like, oh yeah, you're making the Brandon Pfaadt face.
It's not even a duck face. It's like it's a snake face.
It's a snake face. I love it. Well, Brandon and his snake face tonight went 5 2/3, giving up 5 hits, just the 1 earned run on the Matt Mervis home run, and he struck out 6. And honestly, again, there were a lot of guys that probably deserved it, but it was a pretty good team effort tonight when you look at the offense. And Brandon Pfaadt just, again, extremely consistent for this team. It feels like everything kind of started with him. Like Brandon Pfaadt started to be consistent, and somehow the rest of the starting rotation kind of fell into place. Steven Bananas had a crazy hot take up there a little while ago where he said something about Gallon over Brandon Pfaadt there. He said, Derek, is my hot take still a hot take? I'd rather have Pfaadt over Gallon right now, but I'm blessed to have both. Consistency wise, I think you at least know what you're going to get out of Brandon Pfaadt on any given night. You also have the fact that Pfaadt seems to have matured a bit, and he's kind of phased out that one big inning that he would give up. Like we've joked about that. It was almost like a character trait of his that no matter how good things were going for him, there was going to be an inning that went sideways on him. And even if it was an earlier inning, he was somehow going to get it back on track for a good outing outside of that one inning. If you could go back into a lot of Brandon Pfaadt innings and just selectively delete one inning from them, I bet Brandon Pfaadt would be one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. And I still think, based on what we've seen out of him, that he could still be that, right? So again, the Diamondbacks pitching staff right now is giving this team a chance to win every single night. And that right now is definitely what they needed, especially with how bad things were for certain starting pitchers early on in the season. But bullpen continues to be outstanding. AJ Puck still not as completely lights out as the rest of the bullpen, but man, the other guys, Jalen Beeks struck out his only batter faced tonight when brought into the game once Brandon Pfaadt was pulled. He lowers his ERA to 0.84 on the season.
Is he the greatest relief pitcher of all time?
I don't know, but he might be one of the greatest, like, late off-season pickups, like where you went out, you added a guy simply based on the fact that you lost multiple relievers very close to the season. Jordan Montgomery was supposed to be a reliever. Kevin Ginkel, obviously, they lost. Kendall Graveman was another guy they picked up to fill one of those bullpen roles that was lost due to injury. So you find yourself in a position where, yeah, you could have called up some guys from Reno. You could have maybe kept Dre Jameson up and maybe taken a look at some of the other options that they have. We're going to talk about how some of the guys are pitching down in Reno and what some of the options from the bullpen could be. But again, instead, Mike Hazen saw an opportunity, and he told us when we talked to him about it that it wasn't necessarily a dire situation. It just was going to become much more difficult for them to pull off bringing in a guy like Jalen Beeks after the season had started. So they kind of jumped on the opportunity to bring him in as a free agent. And yeah, he's been outstanding. He's just been outstanding. And so has Shelby Miller, who still has not allowed a run in 8 innings pitched this season. He comes out tonight, 1 inning pitch, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, looking incredible with his K chain. And Shelby Miller, I kind of have been in awe of how good he's been, what kind of pitcher he's become for this team. And I mean, tonight he did it with his 4-seam fastball, but his splitter is always there. I think his splitter really is the thing that's offsetting, his 4-seam fastball right now. And I think that he's just found a way to be extremely effective in, this limited reliever role that he's in. So it's great to see him doing the things he's doing. AJ Puck, like I said, he gave up a run, not the end of the world, but AJ Puck just hasn't been the lights out lefty that he was last year. And I think that's not necessarily concerning, but I feel like the more we progress, the more that AJ Puck is going to be used more in this 8th inning role, perhaps even a 7th inning role, rather than that closer role. That closer role right now needs to go to J Mart, who went out there, pitched 1 inning, gave up nothing, no walks, no hits, because that's what he does. He doesn't give up anything. J Mart has not allowed a run or a walk this season. He has 9 strikeouts on the season. Didn't strike anyone out tonight, but again, doesn't need to. And that's the thing that I like about this bullpen right now. That ending of that game, from the time these guys came in, yeah, it got a little hairy there with AJ Puck giving up the 2 hits, right? And the 1 earned run. But these games are uneventful if the Diamondbacks have a lead and they make it to the bullpen. These games, it's just outs, and we just get to the end. There's no roller coaster ride. There's no me taking Tums before the 8th inning. There's none of that anymore. And that's the thing that's been most impressive about this bullpen.
Tum free. We've been Tum free.
We've been Tum free. I mean, I almost ate 2 entire bottles of Saul's Tums when he was here. But this team, this bullpen, has been so extremely reliable. Torrey, the only problem I foresee is them leaning too much on these guys, right? Because of how good they are. But Tanner's right. They should be uneventful. It's just not. We don't know that. That's not the asylum I was raised in, Tanner. I was raised in the asylum of the Arizona Diamondbacks franchise that has historically had one of the worst bullpens in their history of any team. I'm sure there's other teams that have also had very bad bullpens and never had a good one, but a lot of those teams have much more history than the Diamondbacks do. It's not to say we haven't had some good arms in the pen. It's not like we've had some seasons where our pen was effective. This year just feels different. And it's, now what we're seeing is this combination with the quality starts from the starting rotation. And man, I'll tell you, if the Diamondbacks as a pitching staff can limit opposing teams to 3 runs, 4 runs, this is a dangerous team. Their offense has already proven that it's pretty potent. It didn't take many steps backwards from last year. That's with missing Ketel Marte, and that's without Gino Suarez or Lourdes Gurriel really contributing much right now, right? So kudos to everyone today, and today was another just a thorough team victory. When you look up and down the line, Pavin Smith was 2 for 4. Outside of that, everybody just had 1 hit. There were some walks, there were some scattered, base runners there, but for the most part, everybody kind of contributed outside of Alec Thomas, who was 0 for 3 tonight. But this was a really good team win, from starting pitching to relief pitching to the offense. Defense, there was some good plays made. There were also some bad plays. Like, this team still has, they're still not, I think, as as tight defensively as they've been in the past. There was a fifth inning, kind of a little bit of a botch there between Perdomo and Gino, but Brandon Pfaadt was able to get out of it without allowing any damage. And for the most part, this team continues to, and I'm not going to say click. I'm not, because I promised you guys yesterday I wouldn't say it. So I'm going to say fire on all cylinders until I exhaust that cliche, but very, very good. Very, very good. The Journey says, just popping in to say Josh Naylor is the GOAT. This bullpen is electric. Brandon Pfaadt for King Snake. Snake's alive in the NL West. Great to see you, Journey. Great to see you. All right. Well, what are we talking? Oh, Alec did walk. You're right. Alec walked. He did walk. But he also grounded out softly to second base entirely too many times. And
that's not good when his only stat is something that I also did today. I went for a walk.
Did you?
I did.
I don't believe you.
I did. I went to a walk to undisclosed liquor store.
Okay.
And I walked back and I got limoncello, undisclosed type of limoncello. Yeah, but I didn't draw a walk, so I guess it's not the same thing.
It's not the same, but
No.
you maybe walked the same distance. That's for sure.
I think I walked a little bit farther.
Well, I'll tell you, we have some more numbers to take a look at from this team. We're not going to look at walks. We're going to look at hits. We're going to look at risk. We're going to look at XBA and all of that stuff. On the other side of this break, don't you guys go anywhere. You're watching the PHNX Diamondback Show. Well, of course, just like every team needs home field advantage, you need a little home field advantage at home, and Empire Today can give you that advantage. Empire Today has flooring experts, just like we have around here at PHNX, but their experts are dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day. So you can look to Empire Today to be experts, to come out to your home and bring you samples that fit your needs, what you're looking for. You can pallet match to your home in the comfort of your home and not have to go to one of those big box stores where you'll have to look around for a half an hour just to get somebody's attention. Not to mention, that person knows a little bit about plumbing, a little bit about flooring, and maybe not enough about you and your needs. So Empire Today, they live and breathe flooring, and they will be with you every step of the way. It's a whole different ballgame with Empire Today. You pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. You can see how it looks in your furniture. You can see how it looks in any room. And with Empire Today, you get clear upfront and all-inclusive pricing. Plus, you can schedule installation as soon as the next day because, let's be honest, none of us want to wait. So schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. Our listeners here at PHNX can receive a $350 discount when using promo code PHNX. That's a $350 promo code or $350 discount with promo code PHNX. Restrictions do apply. Visit EmpireToday.com/PHNX for full details. Well, Bet365 also can help make your life a little more fun, a little more exciting, and they could do that with live in-game betting. Bet365 pioneered live in-game betting, and they offer the widest range of markets available for live in-game betting across 78 sports. There's always some good things to bet on with the Arizona Diamondbacks right now. Starting pitching is pretty good. Again, make sure that you smash the maybe strikeout total over tomorrow for Eduardo Rodriguez when he's on the mound against the Miami Marlins. New customers right now can receive $150 in bonus bets. And don't miss out on that MLB early payout offer where you're a winner, your team goes up by 5 runs. Same game parlay and parlay selections will be marked as winners as well. So, of course, get down new customers right now. Use that code of PHNX365 when you sign up. You will get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Just use that code of PHNX365, deposit $10, and place a bet for $5 or more to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, players, props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or over and physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, text NEXT STEP to 53342, or visit problemgambling.az.gov. All right, well, let's see what the numbers from tonight's game looks like, thanks to our friends at Desert Financial. Of course, Desert Financial Credit Union helped me get in my home, and they can help the Diamondbacks keep their numbers all together here and correct when they're on the road. Diamondbacks win by a score of 6-2 over the Marlins. They out-hit the Marlins 9-7. Diamondbacks were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position to the Marlins 0 for 4. Diamondbacks had 5 extra base hits. 4 of them were home runs. 1 was that Gino Suarez double. Marlins had 2. And then the XBA again, fairly push expected batting average, 262 for the Diamondbacks and 210 there for the Marlins. So another good win here by the Diamondbacks. And again, this team has been really good on the road so far. Outside of that series loss to the Nationals, the Diamondbacks continue to find a way to win on the road. And as I said earlier, this is their third consecutive winning series. Go for the sweep tomorrow. They still haven't swept anyone. And now I said the S word twice in a row. So now there's going to be people that the guy that was blaming Bob Brenly earlier is definitely coming for me for that. But
I think you deserve it, though.
Steven Banana says, how are we still bad with runners in scoring position? I don't know. Runners in scoring position is just, it's one of those things, especially when limited opportunities, like, you're not talking about really a whole lot of opportunities, but 1 for 6, not a great night. However, the Diamondbacks kept hitting leadoff dingers, and I don't know. I feel like when you get too far behind, people start kind of giving up. I think maybe in a game like this that isn't super competitive, that, again, you definitely can kind of let your foot off the gas a little bit when you see that you're up on a team like the Marlins. A bunch of people in the chat are screaming at me for saying the S word. So yeah, I thought I knew what I was doing when I said it. And I apologize.
Here's my advice to those people. Clip this and then tweet at Derek tomorrow when they lose. I think that's the best way to do it. And tag PHNX Dbacks.
I hate when people do that. I actually very much don't like when people do that.
Well, I'm just trying to get the word out about our lovely programming.
Yeah.
All publicity is good publicity, right, Derek?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you're gonna find that out when you go to Vegas this weekend.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely right about that. You're definitely right about that. I'm gonna end up on more than one TikToks that I don't know exist. That's for sure. But another place where I've ended up apparently is on Reddit and Facebook and all sorts of other places with my talk about the City Connect jerseys. Look, I didn't leak anything, is all I'm saying. I did not leak anything. And if anybody wants to come for me, I have no involvement at all in this. In fact, there are some leaks that have come up online. A couple of things. Apparently, a jersey was for sale on eBay. That was pretty revealing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel responsibility for this. All I can say is that the reason why I made my announcement that the Dbacks City Connect jerseys were coming was because, quite frankly, the promotional material is completed. The information is out there. Fanatics has all the pictures. They have all of them. And yes, there are some rumors floating around. There are some things out there. But I will say this. I'll ask you this, Shane. Are you surprised, considering that every other City Connect jersey from this batch has leaked, that the Diamondbacks have somehow been the only team that kept it under wraps?
Yes, because normally I'd say no when it comes to Arizona sports, because I feel like, it's a weird market. There's less eyes on it than a Chicago, San Diego, like Padre team, like stuff. But I think it's pretty well known and observed that the D-backs have some of the best unis in baseball. Some of the best equipment in general. Like it's just beautiful. Best colors. So yeah, I would have expected to leak.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would have too. So
I'd have been prying. I would have been hacking. I'd have been doing the tap 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 and we're in.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so since it hasn't leaked, I guess
you want to.
I guess the only thing I have to say is you're welcome. That's all. What more? What is the line from The Rock? What more can I say other than you're welcome? I'm not going to sing it because my voice is already trash, and that's even before going to Las Vegas.
Was that you or Johnny that sang it at karaoke?
Oh, that was Johnny that sang it at karaoke.
Brought the house down.
He killed that song at karaoke. We had a private PHNX only karaoke, and it was one of the most electric things I think we've ever done as a company. We have had a lot of fun together as a group, including broomball, where I fell down so many times that my coworkers were convinced that I was going to have a hip replacement the next day. But
I was sure
nothing beats karaoke, because Shane, I hate karaoke. I actively leave bars when karaoke starts.
Really?
I do, and I had so much fun. with karaoke with you guys.
Karaoke to me, it depends on the person singing, because if a person goes up there and you can tell that either one, they're like they have talent,
Yes.
like that's fine,
Yeah.
to some extent.
Yeah.
But when they're going up there for themselves, no.
No, you gotta go up for the group.
For the group or
Yeah.
just for fun.
Yeah.
Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah. We definitely did that. We definitely had a good time with
Yeah.
that. But yeah, in regards to the City Connect jerseys, there's no doubt in my mind that they won't be leaked here further or released or whatever. But yeah, I mean, what I'm not.
There's always an overall vibe you get from fan bases and just like the audience on socials. Like you understand how it's received pretty immediately.
Yeah.
Would you be shocked if it's negative when these come out?
No.
Really?
I wouldn't be shocked if it was negative because, and I think I didn't, without giving up too much, I think I already said this, like, I feel like what the Diamondback City Connect jersey is like a combination of eras. And I had heard all of these rumors about the different things that were going to be a part of it. I heard it was going to be a vest. I heard it was going to have pinstripes. I heard it was going to be purple. I heard it was going to be white. I heard like everything I heard, almost all of it was true. Like they took all of those elements and combined it into one thing.
And it's some crazy amalgamation.
Right.
That just works.
But like I was a huge fan of the Tampa Bay Rays one, and that one's busy as hell, right? Like that's not like it's not like a low-key classic design, you know. That's what the Serpientes jersey was. It was a classic design. And it was, you know, like something the Diamondbacks, like I said earlier, never really had, right? Like they never had a chance to have like a throwback jersey really that looked like the old school jerseys where, you know, things were just very simple and basic, right?
But I feel like you can't be safe with a City Connect jersey.
No, you can't. And that's the problem with Serpientes is that people liked it, but it wasn't enough. And then it got very boring very fast.
Yeah.
Plus I don't know what happened to the Serpientes jersey, but I think there's people that would agree with me. I feel like the color on it changed from like a beige to more of a yellow color.
Darker.
And the more the darker it got, the more it got close to a certain, I don't want to
TT color.
Yeah, you're getting the what I'm putting down. But like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I think that like again, this right now is that posting, by the way, did some research into it. It was there was a QR code on this eBay jersey that was or was not maybe fake, maybe not fake, but it was like a sample. It looked like it really had something to it. But then the listing was pulled, and since the listing, like you can put whatever fake crap you want to on eBay, right? Like the fact that the listing was pulled might mean that there's some smoke to that fire there. So, you know,
I love the idea of the chat saying you're leaking. Derek, you're leaking right now.
I'm leaking. I'm in the process. I'm talking about not leaking, and I'm leaking right now.
You're leaking live on air.
I'm leaking live on air.
This can't be allowed on TV.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. But all right. Well, Diamondbacks again go for that S word tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see a strong lineup from Torey Lovullo. I think that's one thing that a lot of people will probably could be upset about is you know, seeing some backups or what people perceive to be a backups in there tomorrow. But you know, hey, right now this was a game at least that you could see that this was a team effort. A lot of people chipped in, but nobody's super hot. Nobody went 4 for 5, 5 for 5, anything crazy like that. So don't be surprised to see some guys sitting tomorrow with Torey Lovullo. He always takes an opportunity like this. Once the series victory has been obtained, he kind of changes, you know, things around there. So we'll see though in the morning. And this game tomorrow starts very early, by the way. 9:10 start tomorrow. We got Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound against another fellow Edward, I guess you could say, across from him. On the other side of the mound, Edward Cabrera going there for the Marlins. So Eduardo Rodriguez, hope we see ballerina version of Erod tomorrow. Love to see him get back up to a high strikeout total like we saw with that 12K game. However, I will happily take less strikeouts for the performance that we saw his last time out. That one was a quality start. Another one of those 6 straight quality starts that the Diamondbacks starting rotation put up for this team. So
morning baseball is elite, by the way.
What's that?
Morning baseball is elite.
Oh man, you're not wrong. I really love East Coast road trips for this exact reason. Like,
That's
I
why
love
being on the
daytime baseball. I love watching baseball at 3 in the afternoon. I love watching baseball like
the best.
while I'm eating cereal in the morning.
Especially on a Wednesday or
Yeah,
Thursday.
on a Thursday. Yeah,
But
it's
like,
not even a Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wednesday and Thursday games are
yeah,
awesome
yeah.
at like 9 in the morning.
You're
That's what,
right.
and that just furthers the West Coast is the best coast when it comes to sports argument. Like, we don't have to stay up past
Yeah,
midnight.
no one wants to watch a game that starts at 10 o'clock at night, right?
No.
No one wants to watch a game
No.
that starts at 10 o'clock at night. But we all want to watch a game that starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
I even get up for like international games that start at like 3 in the morning and stuff. Give it to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want
I'll
to feel
do it.
weird. Let me feel weird.
Yes.
Eggs, bacon, and taters. If
That's
you know what
right.
I mean. Come
That
on.
right kind of taters. That is
Yeah.
right. Well, one announcement, by the way, tomorrow, speaking of that 9:10 start, I'll be in a car somewhere between here and Nevada at 9:10 in the morning. So we are going to be bringing you tomorrow's post-game show at 2 p.m. Same thing with Friday. Hopefully Friday's game is over by 2 p.m. But Damon's going to be joining me both days. He has this Cardinals thing that he does after our show. So we're going to make sure to get him out of here in time. So we will be starting at 2 p.m. both tomorrow and Friday, coming to you live poolside from Circa in Las Vegas, and I can't wait for that. Like I said, I've been there mentally for a week, to be honest, so I'm not going to act like today is just the first day that I've got a little bit of that vacation-itis going on. But anyway, join us again tomorrow, 2 p.m. for that, and then join us on Friday. We'll have some fun. But on the other side of this break, we are going to talk about, give you some updates from the Diamondbacks farm system, how some of the guys in Reno are doing, including one Jordan Lawler. And one of the things I'm going to say is going to definitely make you want to get him up here as soon as possible. We're talking about all this on the other side of the break. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching the PHNX Diamondback Show. It is 420 this upcoming weekend, by the way, and it is a great time to celebrate with Pure Edibles. Make sure to check out Pure Edibles. They're from right here in Flagstaff, Arizona at Noble Herb Dispensary, the home of Pure Edibles, and they are now being made right here in Phoenix, Arizona. They are a full-fledged candy company that offer gummies, their version of Starburst called Kicks, and chews, which are soft candies like caramels, and all of those are medicated. All of those have effects that are clearly listed on each tin, so you know exactly what effects to expect. They have mood elevating gummies. They also have sleep edition gummies, so much more. So make sure to check out the entire line of gummies and edibles from Pure Edibles. They have gummies for sleep support as well as candies with uplifting effects derived from unique cannabinoids. So again, they are designed to be ripped or bit in half, making them easily shareable or easy to dial in your exact dose. Go find yourself some Pure Edibles right now. You can get their products from one of over 130 dispensaries across Arizona. And of course, I will be stopping at Circle K in the morning because Circle K is America's thirst stop, but it's also America's road trip stop. You stop there, you get all the good Circle K snacks, you fill up. Right now, of course, I am an Inner Circle Rewards member. You should be too. I save all sorts of money. I'm saving money at the pump. I'm also I stack that with the payment thing that they got over there. They got the Easy Pay card, and they also have Inner Circle Fuel Days, like the one coming up on April 24th, where Inner Circle members can save 40 cents per gallon from 6 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. You can also win big with the Circle K Big Giveaway. Customers can enter to win prizes, cash, and more. Visit circlek.com/big-giveaway for more on that. But more importantly, before you do any of this, join the Inner Circle right now for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit circlek.com for details. Woo. And yes, road trip snacks. Luckily, the weather is going to be a little bit cooler this weekend, so I don't have to worry about my chocolate melting in the car, so I can expand my road trip snack selection. But Shane, I know you've done this before, but I need to get, what is your road
yogurt
trip
pretzels?
Without even saying it,
it's the greatest snack ever.
It's really good.
Oh my god,
it's really good.
Talk about melty though.
Yeah, right. You're driving across the Sonoran
Desert. You're like, oh no, my hand. It doesn't matter.
You don't care. You don't care. But
the worst is when I'm driving, though. Babe, can you hand me the? Oh my god!
Just gotta have them. Just gotta have them fed to you at that point.
You do.
You gotta have a little trough and just a little feedback.
Like a muzzle,
food muzzle. Strap the muzzle on me. Strap the feed muzzle on me for the next 2 miles.
Tilt your head back to let the trail mix fall in. That's horrible.
Oh, that's good times. But also, by the way, I know we've already talked about it. Make sure, again, if you're just joining us, if you didn't hear earlier, you tuned me out, which is very much something my family does. Do not miss out on our $36 Die Hard sale. Again, if you've ever considered buying one of our shirts, if you want to get one of our shirts in preparation for this wonderful baseball season, or again, any of the other incredible shirts we have on our website over at PHNX, gophnx.com on our merch tab, make sure to do so right now. Of course, you can get that offer right now at gophnx.com/intro. And again, this is the best sale we have. So we just want to get as many people to join us as possible. And honestly, we're also, I'm just personally competing against the other shows on this network. So I want to be able to stake the claim that we brought the most diehards in. So let's make that happen for sure. Tyler in the chat is talking about another convenience store, and I'm not going to bring him up by name.
I'm going to ban him.
But yeah, no, I mean, he's not wrong. That place is like incredible, but we'll just keep it pushing. Circle K is incredible. What am I saying? They're everywhere. Most importantly, we got to check in on the Snake Farm from Reno. The Reno Aces today lost to the Red Rock by a score of 8-7. Diamondbacks or Reno Aces catcher Aramis Garcia was 2 for 3 with a home run and 3 RBI. Also, DH Rene Pinto, who was last night's hero for the Reno Aces, he was 2 for 5 today with another home run. He had 2 RBI. But coming into today's game, Jordan Lawler is currently hitting 340, 426, 638 with 8 extra base hits, 11 RBI, and 6 walks over his last 11 games. And also we have the fact Steven just joined. Let's go, Steven. I'm going to interrupt me talking because you guys being diehards is more important than the words I have to say. Thank you, Steven. Let's go.
That is special. You know how special it is? That's at least one Glockenspiel worth.
And, hey!
and maybe even a triple sound effect live from the studio.
Right now? Oh, wow. Wow, that's all for you, buddy. That's all for you. Thank you, Steven. Tanner asked Aramis Ramirez. No, did I say Aramis Ramirez? I meant Aramis Garcia. If I did say Ramirez, it's because my head's full of old baseball names, and that just came out. But catcher, Aramis Garcia. Was that right? But anyway, again, Jordan Lawler, I'm still doubtful if the Diamondbacks are going to call him up with Ketel Marte returning soon. But, man, it would be great to have his bat. Timmy Tawa, though, he hit a home run today. So it's a day that makes it easy to not really think much about that as an option. And, of course, there's a good chance that the Diamondbacks might be holding off on Jordan Lawler in regards to his service time. So Garrett Hampson, though, he has a 176 batting average. So I'm not super thrilled about the option. But, again, Marte on the horizon. His return is imminent. So hopefully we get Ketel Marte here back before the end of the month. As Tori Lovello said, or shortly after. So hopefully it won't be too long after that. But with the team continuing to win, it gives them at least the flexibility right now to allow Ketel to have as much time as he needs to rest and recover from this injury. And that's what we want. We've seen Ketel experience hamstring injuries before, and we know that after he came back, he also went back on the IL, and that's what we don't want to see this season. More from Reno. Trey Mancini, the 33-year-old legend, continues to be amazing in this franchise. He's slashing 317, 338, 508 with 6 extra base hits and 9 RBI so far this season. So, again, there's some great players doing some big things in Reno. It's hard to really, again, get too excited about it because it is Reno offensively. But some pitchers that have been having a good season so far. Dre Jameson, again, another arm for the Diamondbacks bullpen that we might see get called up this season. He has a 1.59 ERA so far in 5 2/3 innings pitched. And another guy, JP Firenson, Fireisen. I knew I was going to say it wrong. It's JP Fireisen. He has a 0.96 ERA in 9 1/3 innings pitched. So both of these guys are doing this in Reno, which, again, it's a small sample size still, but Reno is a difficult place to pitch. So typically these kind of results mean quite a bit when it comes to guys finding success there in Reno.
I turned Steven into Lourdes for being a diehard, if you look on the screen.
Did you? Oh, yes. There he is. There he is. Oh, thank you, Steven. You're now LG3. Oh man, but anyway, yeah, this is the Diamondbacks do have some options there if they decide for some reason to go to those options, but bullpen wise, Joe Mantiply still seems like he hasn't been able to get things back on track. Didn't pitch tonight, but man, one thing a friend of mine, Daryl, who will be joining us on this show because of his immense Diamondbacks knowledge, reminded me of is that Joe Mantiply was our only all-star just a few seasons ago. Just let that sink in, right? I mean, again, it's not to say that that Mantiply is washed and he's fallen from grace, but like he was so good at one point for this team that he was our sole all-star representative. And now in the bullpen, he's pretty much the only guy that hasn't been able to put it together this season. So hopefully we can see that from Mantiply, but probably not a lot of opportunities left again with Ginkle returning and some of these guys doing what they're doing for the Reno Aces. Well, that's all I got. Shane, what do you got? You got something for me?
Yeah. You brought up Pavin Smith's nickname, and it just sparked an idea.
I did.
So for like 20 minutes during the stream on and off, I was making a new. You have all those mainstay graphics that you can tweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I have a whole folder.
I have a new one for you.
What do you got?
It has to do with communism.
The Red Menace is real. He's real, damn it. It's the report all suspected communist activity there that really gets me. That's really good. That's really good. We do got some super chats for sure to get to. Steven reminded me of that. Steven, do you want to just come host the show? My voice would happily take a day off. Another fellow Derek Foster. Oh, let's go. Derek, thank you for your big super chat. He said, go buy a new pop toy, Chico. I would love to. I will definitely add to the toy collection here in the office for sure. Piece of Yoshi says, I feel like Brenly's comment about the losers of the rooster race needs to be discussed. Bro, was it Brenly or was it Steve Berthume? That conversation got spicy fast and I had no idea what exactly was going on. I thought phrasing? Are we not doing phrasing anymore? I thought we were still doing phrasing. And of course, Steven Bananas, thank you so much for your super chat. He said, talking in the Discord, is the D-back swing outdated? I feel like we need to freshen up our winning music. P.S. I picked your shirt as my free shirt. Do you mean the shirt I'm wearing right now? Because Sunday Fun Day is it's not just a Sunday shirt. It's an everyday shirt. I don't know. D-back swing outdated, maybe a little bit. I will say that when I was in Chicago for that for the Cubs game, I couldn't stop singing that stupid "Go Cubs Go" song, and that's from like what 100 years ago. I don't know, but I think it's like music in general. You go through a period where it's popular, and then it loses its popularity. Maybe it loses its relevance. Maybe we make fun of it a little bit for people singing it and liking it and whatnot, and then just enough time passes where nostalgia kicks in, and it's right back up there at the top. So I think the Diamondbacks will probably just fight their way through that wall of that dip and wait till the nostalgia comes back. But Danny O reminding us that the Cubs bring in a lot of fans, way more than us. Yeah, there's again, if you're a team that's been around for 100 years, chances are you're gonna have a better chance of doing that than a team that's been around for 27. But we appreciate you guys so much for stopping by. Again, I will be poolside at Stadium Swim tomorrow with some sort of alcoholic beverage in my hand, rubbing it in Damon's face, even though he's being kind enough to join me on tomorrow's show to talk about tomorrow's game. So make sure to join us. Like I said, 2 p.m. Arizona time for that, 2 p.m. Arizona time on Friday. In the meantime, you can follow us on Twitter. I am at Cap_caveman with a K. Shane over here is at Shane Deef. Of course, follow all of us. Follow our show at PHNX_Dbacks. But most importantly, all roads do lead to at PHNX_sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We can't get out of here without a BCSC super chat. BComC clearly says, I'll spray. And then he says, and go D-backs. Pfaadt is single. No, he's not. I'm pretty sure he's not, BCSC. I'm pretty sure he's not. Don't make me call Noah on you. But again, we appreciate you guys so much for stopping by. We will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful night. Behave yourselves because I most certainly won't in Las Vegas. And remember, kids, baseball is fun, but it is so much more fun when everybody on the team contributes on a 4-dinger night.
We all silly like the mayor.